Good afternoon. Thank you for the opportunity to speak at the POLITICO AI Tech Summit 2025. I'm thrilled to be here to join this amazing conversation about the future of Europe digital economy. Let me start to see if that is working. I think that's always a good test. Does it start? Yes. So I can see it. Yeah. Can you see it? Yeah, perfect. Let me begin with a story, a true story. This lady, Gracia, is based in Wrocław, for those who come from Poland, based in Poland, and she's a coffee shop business owner. And guess what? She's facing familiar challenges with lots of women entrepreneurs. She was juggling daily operations, struggling to move her business online, and lacked the time and the resources to fully embrace digital transformation. Like many women entrepreneurs, maybe some in the room, across Europe, she was doing everything herself. That rings a bell to some of you, maybe. With little access to tailored support or funding opportunities. And that changed when she joined the Go Digital program, backed by Mastercard Strive and the support of the Polish Development Fund. Through this initiative that was a public-private partnership program, she received the structured digital training and personalized mentoring designed specifically for women entrepreneurs managing micro and small enterprises. As a result, she not only expanded her coffee shop online presence, but she also adopted digital tools that helped her streamline customer communication and sales. The program didn't just offer digital skills to her. She got a peer-to-peer community she could exchange with. She was offered autonomy, confidence, and a clear path toward long-term business growth. Across the European Union, micro and small businesses, especially those with fewer than 10 employees, we all know that, are critical powerhouses. They make up the greatest share of EU enterprises. They employ 1/3 of the population, and they are performing better than enterprises of other sizes in terms of real value to the EU economy, 1.8 trillion. They are not just the backbone of the economy, as we all hear and say. They are really its beating heart. And yet they face persistent barriers. We all know that. Limited digital capacities, uneven access to finance, and growing complexity in regulation and compliance. And this is reinforced by a critical issue that you see there. The largest challenge they face in the EU is a lack of access to financing. And some would argue to Europe financing. At Mastercard, we are committed to support these challenges. We believe that powering the European economy means delivering long-term value for European small businesses, and that thriving, sustainable, and inclusive economies benefit everyone. Through the Mastercard Strive EU program, led by the Mastercard Center of Inclusive Growth and Caribou, our implementation partner, we are boosting the resilience and growth of Europe's small business community by supporting innovations that enable small businesses across the EU to get capital, go digital, and access networks and know-how. At the core of the program, it's a 4.5 million euro innovation fund to navigate Europe's twin transition to digital and sustainable economy. We awarded 10 high-impact projects. These new solutions are designed to help small businesses adopt AI, improve cyber resilience, unlock working capital, and navigate evolving consumer preferences and regulatory expectations around environmental sustainability. Notably, actually 77% of our applicants, there were 500 applicants, 77% of them were startups. It's a clear indicator that there's no shortage of ideas in Europe. But turning these ideas into viable, scalable solutions requires, again, capital, visibility, connections to markets, all of which this program helps deliver. So innovation funds like Mastercard Strive EU are playing a vital role in bridging the gap, helping startups not just launch, but also mature and scale. Let me highlight a few solutions, a few winners, some of them are here with us today, from our innovation fund. First, Valériane's AI assistant, Luca. It acts as a digital co-founder, guiding finance, sales, and operations through integrated data, based out of Luxembourg. Direct Market, I see you here, Nicolas, on the first row, helps small farmers reach new buyers using AI-driven analytics, based out of France. Ragna, based in Sweden, supports ESG compliance for SMEs through AI-guided certification pathways. And Kreshko, based out of Belgium here, brings enterprise-level cybersecurity protection to micro-entrepreneurs. I think Youssef is among us also. AI, you see, is central. In fact, 40% of our 500 applicants listed AI as primary focus, and another 23% as secondary, with many of the other applicants actually not highlighting it directly, but embedding AI functionality in their solutions. This speaks clearly to the growing inclusion of AI across sectors and use cases. A few learnings when we interviewed actually the 500 applicants to our Strive EU program. First, more than 85% of them cited that their first motivation to help small businesses was actually to help small businesses compete with larger firms, so be more competitive. And despite the potential of each innovation that will go through this program, adoption of those solutions doesn't happen automatically. Applicants told us that partnerships with established organizations are crucial. Over 50% of the applicants proposed working through distribution partners to more effectively reach small businesses. And these partnerships allow them to tap into trusted networks, accelerate adoption, and bundle complementary services. This is an area where Mastercard is uniquely positioned to help, with our presence in 200 countries worldwide and our reputation with deep local expertise and experience, creating the ideal platform to support those innovators and business alike. Nearly 22% of applicants valued actually the non-financial benefits of the program, particularly visibility and association with trusted brands, which help them reach new markets and build credibility faster. It's quite clear funding is not the only part of the program. Funding is only part, but not the full solution of the story. Trust, visibility, and go-to-market support are just as important in helping small business scaling their innovations. That's why Mastercard Strive EU isn't just a fund, it's a learning ecosystem. And through live learning, venture building bootcamps, and peer exchanges, we help those innovators adapt their solution to real-world needs. And we support small businesses in building the capacity to adopt them, from digital literacy to cybersecurity basics. This collaboration model helps reduce the gap between the innovation and its impact in real life. Our approach is actually grounded in research and real-time learning. as digitization accelerates, we recognize that building and maintaining trust in the digital economy is more important than ever. That's why we're focusing on two critical areas: cybersecurity, first, and sustainability. SMEs face clearly disproportionate risk in these two areas. Regarding cyber threats, a few figures here. 87% of ransomware attacks in early 2023 targeted actually SMEs. 57% of SMEs fear bankruptcy following a major cyber event. But only 19% of SMEs offer cyber training to their staff. These threats are evolving fast. Hackers are now leveraging AI to write smarter phishing emails, break through defenses, and scale attacks. With AI, it's not just a threat. Actually, it's also part of the solution. When responsibly designed and made accessible, AI can help SMEs detect risks, automate security protocols, and build resilience. The same technology used to attack can also be used to protect. And at Mastercard, actually, we recognize the potential of AI. We are using AI to protect over 159 billion transactions every year, preventing cyber criminals from stealing billions of dollars and detecting fraudulent activity by ensuring people are who they say they are. Regarding sustainability, only 13% of SMEs have invested more than 5% of their turnover in green transformation, and 61% are still financing it out of pocket. So to stay ahead of these shifts, of these challenges, we are also committed to continuous research to better understand the evolving landscape and the unique needs of small businesses. Working with expert partners like the European Microfinance Network, we have produced a series of policy-focused papers offering early high-level recommendations. And these point to several critical priorities. First, regarding cybersecurity, boosting cybersecurity funding by two national coordination centers, the NCCs. Second, increasing collaboration again between public, private, and regulatory bodies to significantly improve our ability to prevent, detect, and respond to cyber threats. A key focus for us at Mastercard was to bring that collaboration together through our European Cyber Resilience Center, which Mastercard launched last year here in Belgium in our European headquarters in Waterloo. And third, supporting simple, affordable, and scalable tools, such as the solutions that our winners, LupaSafe and Redump from the Strive EU program have developed, but also the cybersecurity free toolkit for SMEs to bring awareness to them that we developed in partnership with the Global Cyber Alliance that is available in 6 European languages. On sustainability, our recommendation is expanding ground-based green finance programs like the one proposed in the European Green Guarantee, and rewarding sustainable spend. In the last 2 years, just an example, in France, Mastercard ran a campaign in partnership with BPI, France, and France Digital, and we offered cashback and tree planting incentives for purchases at positive impact startups. Imagine, this initiative boosted economic activity, raised awareness, and rewarded actually the SMEs for adopting greener practices. These insights are helping us chart a path forward, one that ensures small businesses aren't left behind in Europe's digital and sustainable transition. But we cannot do this alone, as always. That's why I want to extend a call to action today to all the policymakers, ecosystem builders, but also industry leaders in the room. We must work together, continue to work together, do more to ensure that Europe's smallest business have the support they need to not just survive, but thrive in the digital sustainable economy of the future. This means, one, simplifying and streamlining the regulatory frameworks. It means supporting small firms access green finance. and it means expanded access to one-stop shop platforms offering tailored advisory services for digital and green compliance. And we must continue, like the Strive EU program, we must continue to support mission-driven innovation funds that enable early-stage solutions to mature and scale. At Mastercard and the Center of Inclusive Growth, we believe that small businesses should not only adopt digital tools, actually. They should help define them. They are central to Europe's digital and sustainable future. Their success is our shared success. Several of the Mastercard Strive EU Innovation Fund winners are here today, as I mentioned earlier. They are here at the summit. I invite you to visit our booth just outside of this room, if you've not done it yet, to meet with those fantastic innovators and explore how we can build stronger partnerships together. Let's ensure that every small business in Europe has access to the knowledge, the funding, and the networks they need, not just to adapt, but to lead. Thank you very much.